Intermission, the lens that rode a leviathan. Cutting-edge wildlife tech rarely makes headlines, but the 2025 Iberian Orca project changed that narrative overnight. The research cameras adhered with a bespoke blend of beeswax and lanolin so the devices could detach without tearing skin. Engineers spent months modeling hydrodynamic drag to ensure the housings wouldn't whistle at cruising speeds, potentially alerting the whales or skewing behavior. Each unit packed a 4K sensor, inertial measurement unit, and acoustic logger into a footprint smaller than a paperback. The recovered footage did more than capture spectacle. It offered scholars the kind of frame-by-frame kinematics usually reserved for Hollywood CGI. Analysts measured impact angles, bite force proxies, and even microbubbles tracing water flow around pectoral fins. Such granular data rewrites textbooks, but it also humanizes the whales. Viewers could see Uno's eye pivot inquisitively, almost mischievously, as he considered his next move. It is difficult to paint an animal as a malicious monster after watching it ponder physics with the casual curiosity of a child tapping a fishbowl. Chapter 5. Fear and Loathing in the Cockpit. Ask a sailor who has felt an orca shove 12 tons of fiberglass sideways whether the wordplay feels adequate. Most answer with the 1,000-yard stare of someone replaying a near-disaster on loop. Insurance claims have spiked 28% for boats under 50 feet in Iberian waters. Some policies now exclude rudder damage within known orca interaction zones. Charter companies reroute deliveries, adding days and fuel costs. Marinas north of the hotspot brim with off-season refugees waiting for a lull in reports. Sailing forums swap DIY deterrence with the fervor of apocalyptic preppers. One skipper blasts death metal through underwater speakers. Another hangs a mesh curtain of PVC pipes like a plastic kelp forest. None of these MacGyver rigs has passed peer review. Worse, a few may endanger the whales they aim to repel, inviting legal scrutiny under European wildlife protection statutes. Emotional turmoil flares in courtrooms as easily as on the water. But Chapter 5. Supplement. The human cost beyond hulls. Economists studying maritime psychology, yes, that niche exists, have begun tracking rudder anxiety as a quantifiable variable. Vessel traffic through the strait fell 12% in the first quarter of 2025, a dip large enough to skew European freight indices. A cruise line rerouted an entire spring itinerary, adding an unscheduled stop in Madeira to detour the hotspot, costing an estimated €1.2 million in port fees and passenger compensation. Sailing schools report cancellations from students unwilling to practice man-overboard drills in water patrolled by curious cetaceans. Mental health professionals now include Orca incidents in courses on marine-specific PTSD. Testimonies reveal recurring nightmares of invisible giants hammering hulls, of rudders snapping like wishbones with every creak. Dr. Sonia Valdez, a trauma specialist in Lisbon, notes that the unpredictability of encounters, there is no reliable forecast, only probabilistic zones, breeds a dread akin to living in earthquake country. You don't know when the ground will shake, only that eventually it will. If this deep dive into orca intelligence and human hubris has you riveted, subscribe to Eco Era now. Your single click fuels further investigations, turning environmental mishaps into teachable moments rather than tabloid fodder.